At Mandarin Park, it looked like it was a spring or summer day, even though it was in the end of February. People were jet skiing, taking out the boat, even fishing in short sleeves.
You feel bad, right? Because like it's so beautiful in the wintertime, but then at the same time, I'm like, it shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be this warm. That's a bad sign.
Dr. Adam Rosenblatt is a scientist and professor at the University of North Florida and studies climate change. According to meteorologist Tim Deegan's Blackboard, in January and February, 10 days were in the 80s, and February saw no freezing weather at all. So what will the summer be like?
That just because we're having a warmer than average winter does not mean that we will necessarily have a warmer than average summer.
Well, that's a relief. And then he added this.
I would still bet a lot of money that we're going to have a very hot summer just because the climate crisis is continuing.
He said the last 8 years have been hotter, not just here, but around the world.
We realize since 1880, when we have reliable temperature records going back to, the 8 hottest years on record have been the last 8 years.
Why?
Because we're burning fossil fuels and we're adding greenhouse gases to the atmosphere.
Much of our lives currently depend on burning fossil fuels, such as energy from JEA to turn on our lights, and most cars run on fossil fuels. Now, while turning off the lights when they're not needed or driving less can help,
we need big systemic changes, right? It means relying more on solar, relying more on wind.
And with increased air temperatures comes warmer waters, which are ripe for generating hurricanes.
Every year, we're just rolling the dice, right? I mean, it's only a matter of time before we get another big one that gets really close to us, and that would be very disastrous.
Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.
Now, your most accurate forecast from the First Coast News weather.